Let me say something that might make you feel a bit uncomfortable, but just know that I'm saying it with love. This is woman to woman, sister to sister, survivor to survivor, overcomer to overcomer. If you keep saying that you want more, but you keep choosing the same patterns, at some point, that's not confusion, sis. That's avoidance. But I'm going to take my time with this because, see, I'm speaking to myself also as a reminder. My testimonies, the journey, some of my own experiences, a lot of lessons that I've learned that I'm still learning while also implementing them in my life right now. But see, I'm going to keep it short, but it's also going to be impactful. So share the video so that it reaches other women who are in need of it at this minute. And I don't know about you, but there was a lot of minutes that I had during my journey that I needed something like this. But like the title says, I had to be honest with myself before anything could change. And once I did, I promise you, everything started to change. See, God had given me so many visions, and he still does. But my life was on repeat, right? The same cycles, same type of people, same behaviors. And here I thought that I was stuck. But sis, I wasn't stuck because I didn't know what to do. That was the scary part. I was stuck because I didn't trust myself enough to do it. I kept waiting for signs, right? Clarity, waiting for God to drop it in my lap, waiting for it to just show up in my life. When what I really needed was that courage. Courage to finally say to myself that if I wanted more, if I believed that I deserved more, if abundance was my birthright, then why wasn't I standing in it, right? Why wasn't I standing up for myself or loving myself enough to take that action from what it was that I knew what was holding me back? Something, someone, and now even myself. And then I realized I was staying connected to the versions of myself that had already expired. I stayed in habits that felt familiar, right? That wasn't aligned with me. And I kept telling myself that I'll deal with that later, knowing later wasn't coming. And every time I ignored my intuition, guess what? I taught myself not to trust myself. But here's the part that we don't like to admit, that sometimes we're not scared of failing. We're scared of who we'll have to become if we actually choose ourselves. And because choosing differently means letting go, and letting go means you can't go back to who you used to be, and you can't see or unsee what you already saw. See, my wake up wasn't all dramatic and loud. Really, it was quiet. It was a moment that I realized that I keep asking for change. I keep praying and journaling about this change. I can even visualize the change, but I keep protecting the same old version of me that just don't exist anymore. That's when I knew I'm either going to keep playing small, or I'm going to start living in integrity and say what I want. Trusting myself again, it didn't happen at once, so get that out of your head. It started with small, uncomfortable choices, like me saying no when I wanted to say yes, right? Walking away without explaining myself over and over again, and stopping the habit of abandoning myself. Now that's how you get your power back. Not through motivation, but through self-respect. So let me ask you something, and I want to be honest, and I want you to be honest too. Where are you still choosing comfort over your own alignment? And this is going to help someone. And if you haven't already done so, like the video and share it out, please. Now, I want you to ask yourself, where are you still negotiating with the version of yourself that you've already outgrown, sis? Because listen, awareness without action is just a whole nother delay. And you remember, you don't need another sign because you already know. And when you're ready, not the perfect ready, just ready, choosing differently is going to feel scary. But the truth is, staying the same is going to feel unbearable. And that's how you know it's time to get honest with yourself so that everything that needs to change changes. Okay? So listen, if this hit, let me know in the comments. And if you're done playing small, you got to know that this is a space for women who are choosing themselves for real, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, and financially. And for the sis that's watching this, listen, I know that she's impactful. because you are. So remember to stay grounded, go with peace, and protect your light. Listen to your intuition. It's your guide, your inner knowing. Until the next video, I'll talk to y'all. Y'all stay blessed.